George Mallory was one of the earliest climbers who dreamed of standing on the almost top of Mount Everest. In 1924, he joined an expedition with Andrew Irvine, hoping to reach the summit. They were last seen alive only a few hundred meters from the top. After that, the clouds swallowed them, and they were never seen alive again. For decades, no one knew whether they had made it to the summit or not. Mallory's body was finally discovered in 1999, frozen in the snow. His fingers were shredded, showing how he had desperately tried to hold on. His climbing rope had snapped, suggesting a deadly fall down the mountain. One mystery was his missing camera, which could have proved if he reached the top. Some believe Mallory may have been the first to climb Everest before Hillary. Others argue he never made it, and the dream killed him instead. The mountain kept his secret for 75 long years. His story remains one of the greatest mysteries in mountaineering. Mallory's death turned him into a legend of Everest. His name is forever tied to the deadly slopes of the world's highest peak. One of the most haunting bodies on Everest is known as Green Boots. The climber is believed to be Tsewang Paljor, an Indian mountaineer. He died during the tragic Everest disaster of 1996. Paljor was caught in a storm while attempting the summit. He sought shelter in a small cave on the mountain's northeast ridge. Sadly, he never came back alive from that place. His green boots became the most noticeable feature of his frozen body. For years, every climber who passed that route saw him lying there. His body became a grim marker on the way to the summit. Some climbers even rested beside him to gather strength. This shows how normalized death has become on Everest. The high altitude makes it nearly impossible to remove bodies. So Green Boots stayed in that cave for nearly 2 decades. He became a silent witness to countless climbers' journeys. His story reminds us of the thin line between success and tragedy. Scott Fisher was a famous American mountaineer and expedition leader. In 1996, he guided a team to climb Everest during the infamous disaster. The weather turned brutal as climbers pushed toward the summit. Exhausted and suffering from altitude sickness, Fisher slowed down. He kept encouraging others, but his own body was failing. As the storm raged, he collapsed near the south summit. Sherpas tried to help him, but it was too late. His oxygen was low and his strength was gone completely. Eventually, he could no longer move or respond to anyone. He died sitting on the mountain he loved so deeply. Other climbers had to leave him behind in the blizzard. His death shook the mountaineering world and sparked many debates. Books and films later told his tragic story to the world. Scott Fisher became a symbol of human limits on Everest. Even the strongest climbers cannot escape the wrath of the mountain.